Sometimes things happen that point you in the direction you were meant to go. Sometimes it happens later in life, and sometimes it happens when you're in elementary school. Tristan Williams can remember the moment he met his destiny.
It was actually back in elementary school when one of the engines came out to my school and they let us shoot the pre-connects, the hoses on the truck, and also, taught us about fire prevention and everything like that. Kind of stuck with me, and then when I came into high school, I noticed it as an elective, so I decided I'd take it and really piqued my interest in it, and that's when I decided I wanted to work towards this goal.
Yeah, we do project fires at school. So his elementary school did a project fire, and he actually got to play with water hose, put on some stuff, and so he liked it then. I actually have known Tristan since he was a kid. I actually teach jiu-jitsu at a taekwondo place, and he was actually one of my students when he was in middle school. And so then us coming full spectrum and getting to see each other again in his ninth grade year kind of helped it all out. So we already knew he knew who I was when he walked in the door. So it's good to kind of be able to see him from growing all the way up from elementary school, middle school, all the way up to high school, and now that he's out, and now he's a certified firefighter here in Tuscaloosa. So that's just, I couldn't be any prouder of him.
The firefighting course at the Tuscaloosa Career and Technology Academy was the place that Tristan was able to combine his dream with opportunity. It confirmed that he wanted to pursue a career as a firefighter. Tristan used the class as a sort of on-the-job training, taking authentic instruction from Randy Latner, a 25-year veteran of the Tuscaloosa Fire Department.
It kept me interested in it and taught me a lot of things about the job, taught me little tips and tricks that you can't really get unless you have somebody there to mentor you who is a senior firefighter, driver, or a lieutenant here. So it kept me interested and taught me a lot of things about the job, and all in all made me want to do it more because I tried to model myself after these great guys who led me.
To me, what I want is when they go to recruit school at the Alabama Fire College, I don't want them to be shocked. I want them to have a good taste of it. So here, we try to do a little bit of everything that they would do out there, not to the same degree of heat and things like that they deal with, but they're in turnouts, they're on fire trucks, they're pulling fire hose, they're setting up ladders, they're rescuing people. So they get a good taste of it. It's kind of whetting their appetite really and seeing if that's really something that they want to do and work hard to do. And then also, like I said, it gets them ready. So when they get there, and not to mention, I tell people a lot of times that what we try to do is we try to teach the same, we teach a very similar curriculum that they do at the fire college. So they've heard a lot of it before they ever get there, which kind of almost like tutoring them a little bit, kind of helps them out.
It all came full circle for the recent Paul W. Bryan High School graduate. Following completion of courses at the Alabama Fire College, Tristan applied and was hired as a full-time Tuscaloosa firefighter. He becomes the first completer of the firefighter course to be hired at TFD.
Great feeling. It's a great opportunity to work alongside some great firefighters and people at Tuscaloosa Fire and Rescue Services. I honestly feel like it's just opening the gates for everybody else behind you now.
We're really excited for him. It's a lot of hard work getting into the fire service in general. Tuscaloosa is probably in the top 5 highest paid departments in the state, so it makes it even a little bit tougher. We do have the opportunity to work with students and get them interested in public safety, and so that was so I can't be any happier for him. I know it's a great career. I've been there almost 25 years now myself, so I think he's going to do a fantastic job, and we kind of knew he had a good potential to go from his first day.
On this day, Tuscaloosa Fire Chief Randy Smith and Tuscaloosa City Schools Superintendent Dr. Mike Daria came out to celebrate with Tristan.
Well, I think he's his drive and determination, everything I've heard about him, from the instructors, from some of the references that we received in the hiring process, he had the determination, the drive to do a lot of things on his own. He had a no-quit mentality. Everything when he was here, everything I understand of his participation, he didn't back down. He loved the challenge, and that's what makes a good firefighter.
Tristan is an example of the vision that this school system and this community had for TCTA, specifically for the fire program. And for him to graduate and already be at age 19 in a career with our local fire department, it doesn't get any better than this.
Nervous or not about beginning this journey, this is certainly excitement. But this is something Tristan has been thinking about for a decade and has been training for the past few years.
He has characteristics that he's a hard worker. He takes instruction very well, and he tries to push himself hard, and that's what it takes to be a firefighter. You have to have those. You have to be a self-starter. You have to be a little bit of a different breed of person that wants to go in and do the kind of dangerous stuff that we do sometimes. And so he has that about him. You can tell from the first day he was here that he was excited about being here and that he was just a sponge trying to soak it all in. And that's really what it takes. That you can pick up on somebody within the first couple of weeks and tell them, you can almost say, yeah, he'll end up doing this one day.
Every time I hear the tones drop, my heart gets to going because I get to do the job that I've trained for and the job that now I'm coming to love.